What's going on, everybody? We are coming to you live from Farmington Hills, Michigan at Take a Chance Records. I'm Will, a.k.a. Siren. We got Nate over here.
Yes, sir.
How we feeling, Nate?
I'm feeling really good. We got a special guest lined up today.
Yeah, bro. And this is I've worked with him a little bit, and I was telling him some shit before, bro. Like, it meant a lot to me to work with this guy for real. So spooky films, bro.
Appreciate it, guys.
Yes, sir.
How you feeling today, bro?
Thank you. Feeling good.
Yeah,
Feeling
man.
good.
Thank you for coming on, dude.
Thank you, guys.
So just to kind of jump into it, though, like a little bit of your upbringing, like where you're from, just growing up as a kid, what were your hobbies outside of what you do now,
Really, like we talked about, I was a theater kid, in school.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much it, I had the camera around like 12, 13 years old.
Yeah.
I was already filming.
Yeah.
I had brothers and sisters. I was making them do skits in and out of the hallway and stuff, and filming like backyard wrestling.
Fuck yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I've always had love for the camera. So
What area? Like, where were you, at growing up?
just downriver.
Oh, hell yeah. Downriver boy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Something I want to ask you about, I'd say it's part of your upbringing for sure.
Yeah.
Throw the three, or is it when you see me?
Oh yeah, Trey Mob.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I want to talk about that for a second because
Please do.
Yeah. All right.
Please do.
Just run me through that whole era, just like growing up, getting it started. What gave you guys the thought to just do that?
So Trey Mob was it was actually originally in the 90s. Mac Trey's dad originated it.
Oh, okay.
So that's where Trey Mob came from. And I met Mac Trey around 2008, 2009, and just really hit it off, and he eventually brought me on and was like, hey, so I formed Trey Mob with him.
Yeah.
Then we brought Louis on, Day Day, eventually Sheezy, all these characters, if you would.
Yeah.
And Throw the Three was just always something that was what they did well before even us, so making that song was pretty dope too.
Yeah.
And just the videos of it too. If you guys go back and see the videos, it's just come a long way with the videos.
They'll be linked below.
Yeah.
Were you ever making music at one point?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
You were
like
recording?
oh yeah, so I run into people all the time and they're like, wait a minute, weren't you Tin Man? And I'm like, oh yep, you caught me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
That rings a bell.
yeah, so
That rings a
Mac
bell.
Trey, Tin Man, Louis, Day Day. Yep, Trey Mob Records.
That's dope.
Yep.
So
That's dope.
You were never into any sports or anything growing up?
No, not really. I mean, I never played sports for school,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
outside I was always doing something,
Yeah.
whether it's football, pickup hockey, so.
Yeah. 'Cause I heard you say something about, was it the Lions and the Red Wings?
Yeah, Lions. Oh yeah, I grew up. Brendan Shanahan, Sergei Fedorov,
yeah.
Chris
He grew up-
Osgood.
He grew up in a good era of
Oh,
Detroit
yeah.
sports. We missed it. We were too
good
young
old
to enjoy
Pistons.
it. Who did we see?
What are you talking about?
Who did we see win the championship?
You're right.
We were 3 years old when the
Okay,
Pistons
but
won.
we've seen really good
3
teams,
years
though.
old.
We were
I'm saying-
6 when the Wings
Yeah.
won.
I'm saying we've
I mean,
seen really good
Tigers. I mean,
teams.
you guys had the Tigers growing up a little
Those
bit.
those Tigers
No?
teams are like my top teams of all time. Like, I love those teams.
Okay.
But they broke my heart because they didn't win. But still,
Yeah.
bro, we didn't see no winners.
No,
not
all
even
right,
in college.
Not a winner. All right, Michigan just won. I'm not a Michigan fan.
Yeah,
Michigan
but
just
that
won.
What?
exactly.
I'm a State
Nah,
fan.
go
Really?
green. Yeah, the closest
That's
thing we got is a
crazy.
Rose Bowl or going to the Final Four.
All right, I'm just saying though, we might not have won a championship, but we've seen good teams.
For sure. We've seen
really
we've
good
seen
teams.
the biggest losing streak in NBA history. We've seen an 0-16 Lions. We've seen terrible Red Wings. We've seen a 45-win Tigers.
Yeah,
List
you guys
goes
are living
on.
in a bad
List
era.
goes on.
That's what I'm saying.
Living in a bad
Yeah,
era.
I love you, Detroit teams, but man, y'all put us through some
Yeah.
hell, man.
Another reason we have you on, you're a fellow podcaster. Just
Yes, sir.
us.
Yes.
Can you run me through how that idea kind of got started?
Dudes talking wrestling, and it was just, I'm a huge wrestling fan. And really it started off just I'm a big collector of wrestling, action figures and whatnot. So that's how the podcast started off. It's just we have a segment called What's in the Box. Bring in a tote, talk about the figure, talk about the era, nostalgic feeling of it. And then so that's how the podcast originated from. And then we're also on the indie scene here in Monroe with IWR,
Okay.
Insane Wrestling Revolution. So we're tied in there. Combat One, RPW, all types of wrestling programs. FU, shout out Jeremiah, Gold Lion. There's all types of wrestling communities that we're involved in. So we have them wrestlers on the show. We also have all types of legends on the show, like Dan Severn, Tony Atlas, RVD. Just cutting segments.
We had a little. We almost had our. There was a little
on
bit.
the show.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was. Yeah, I was on the pod. Yeah, we almost had our. I tried to get RVD on here. I'm hoping that could happen in the future.
Believe me, it's a possibility.
Yeah, I would love to have RVD smoke a joint with RVD.
Oh yeah,
that'd be so. He's a big that's his whole thing.
He's ready to go.
Yeah. Oh no,
he's high when he's showing up,
bro. He has rolling
I
papers.
didn't know that.
Oh no, that's his whole thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but no, yeah, it was fun as fuck being on the pod, bro. It was good. We talked about my favorite WrestleMania 24. It was also my first WrestleMania, and we talked about that, and that was a lot of fun. Even Devin too, who I hadn't known before that, but we vibed really well too.
Speaking of podcasting, shout out to Brain Jerk Entertainment because they do podcasts 7 days a week. They do. Squared Circle Shenanigans, which is another wrestling show. They got Coach K, Kicking It with Coach K, which is like a sports podcast on Sundays. Pillar Talk. They have all types of podcasts. We've had a couple of them guys that worked with y'all up here before. So yeah, shout out all of them for sure. Yeah.
Who would you said you're big on action figures, right?
Oh, yeah.
What would you say your favorite one is, or
do you have one?
I can't even say. I'm just a big collector of The Undertaker.
Okay.
So he's probably the one that I have the most.
He's one of them guys. Fuck Undertaker.
I got some old schools in there.
Right.
Yeah.
Speaking of Undertaker, we're gonna ask you what's your Mount Rushmore of WWE.
Can I guess it real quick? Because I know one of them.
Go ahead.
Taker's probably on there. Okay.
That's my one.
Bret Hart.
That's my one.
Bret Hart.
No.
Maybe though. On the episode he wore a Bret Hart shirt, so that's why I thought. Okay. So that's all I got. That was the only two I had guessed.
I don't know. That's hard.
Bret and Taker.
That's really hard. I would say. I guess Bret could really go on there.
Mr.
Perfect.
How old were you during that era? You were growing up in that.
Yeah, I was born in '90, so
I was
wrestling at 93.
Oh yeah, so it's Shawn, Taker, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, those guys. Yeah.
I wouldn't say. Respectfully to Razor, I wouldn't put Razor on my top 5, my Mount Rushmore, so to speak. But
I get you. I love Scott Hall, but yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to say, dang.
You've never been asked this?
Taker. Perfect. We're gonna have to just throw Hart in there because I can't throw Bret.
I'll take it.
I can't screw Bret. He's already been screwed twice.
3 times.
So
there's gonna be people that don't get why that's funny.
I don't know. I'd have to say Shawn Michaels, honestly.
Hey, that might be the GOAT.
I don't know. Right now, I would have to say Seth Rollins. I'll put Seth Rollins up there.
I fuck with Seth.
Because yeah, you follow wrestling or not?
I did as a kid.
You know Seth
That's
Rollins?
how we became friends. That's how we became friends when we were younger.
As a kid, I was really into wrestling, but obviously as I got older, I just kind of grew away from it. But I don't know. I was gonna ask, is that your favorite Mount Rushmore, or is that who you think the best
are?
Is?
Or those are your guys?
No, those are my guys. Because I would have to actually maybe take one out and put Macho Man in there.
Macho Man's hard. R.I.P. man.
There's just so many. Yeah, I don't know if I've been asked. I probably have, but it's probably different every time.
Yeah,
because
mine is too.
I forgot this guy.
I was gonna say mine would probably be something like Stone Cold, Hulk Hogan.
Is this GOAT or your favorites?
Just a little bit of both, I'd say.
You love Jericho, I remember.
Chris Jericho was sweet.
He had I remember Raw.
He's still going.
He had a Raw.
He's still going?
Oh,
he's in AEW.
Really? He's wrestling on a yacht right now.
Really?
Yeah, he's in AEW.
Wow.
Yeah. Bro, his band just performed at
he's got a band?
At District 142.
Oh,
he's
he
not
was just
hip.
in Wyandotte. You weren't hip. He was at the Dollar General in Wyandotte.
I don't know nothing about
You gotta look it up.
Yeah, it's called Fozzy. He's got some good songs. I'll say that. His theme song in AEW is him.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
He had a nice little run in AEW when it first started, but it's all right, come on.
I feel
yeah. Scram,
Did you see Escobar from AEW, what he said on Chris Van Vliet's, is that how you say his name? I think that's how you say his name.
Chris Van Vliet?
Yeah, something like that.
Sorry.
Yeah, for real. He does podcasts and stuff, and he had him on, and he goes, Escobar goes, there's two guys that I knew would go back to WWE. One of them was Punk, and
Right.
he did.
Right.
And the other one hasn't gone back yet, but he will. But he wouldn't say who it was. But I think he was referring to Jericho. If I had to bet, or Edge maybe.
No way. Because
You,
Edge
you
just
think he's
went to
done there?
AEW.
You think he's done there?
At AEW?
Yeah.
He might. I don't know. He might end his run right there.
Yeah, he might. That'll be sad.
I mean, it
Edge
is what it
finally
is.
goes.
The only thing I know about wrestling right now is Logan Paul's in it.
And he's
I'm not a
good.
big fan-
He's good,
I'm not
though.
a big fan of the Paul brothers.
Hey, him and
but
Randy Orton at
they're-
Mania, dog.
And then I know about
Is that what it's gonna be?
It's him, Orton, and Kevin Owens.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
and
for
then
the U.S.
I
title.
know about the Vince McMahon stuff.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. Everyone knows about
That's
Vince.
the only.
We
like,
knew about Vince.
Did you see what Punk said on Raw?
No.
Drew McIntyre back in the day, his whole gimmick was that he was the chosen one by Vince. So now that he's back in WWE, he's like, I've always been the chosen one. So then CM Punk's like, really? You're the chosen one? Who said you were the chosen one? Say his name. On Raw, like
Yeah.
live,
Yeah.
after all this shit. And they're like cutting ties with Vince. Like he's not involved in the show at all. So that was like, even Drew started laughing because he was like, oh, fuck, you got
That's
me.
funny.
Like all the names
That's
you guys
great.
are saying.
You know?
I know the name, but I can't put a face to it. Like if
You
I
know
saw,
CM Punk.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like if I saw like pictures of these guys, I'd probably be able to.
You're like,
Yeah.
bro, I
Put a name
know
with the
them,
face.
dog.
That's how I am too. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, wrestling, man. We could talk.
Yeah.
How do you-
Dude's talking wrestling right here. 2.0. We got Siren right here.
How you feel about Mania? What do you think? What are you thinking?
Honestly, right now, I'm not gonna lie. I really haven't been following as much as I should.
Is Cody finishing the story? I think it's happening.
I don't know.
But you also,
It'd
if
be
they-
great if he didn't.
Hey, if
I
they-
would love for him not to.
Run me through the backstory.
Roman's
so I'm like caught up.
Roman, when
Roman Reigns.
Roman
yeah,
Reigns.
when
I know
it
that
went
name, yeah.
when COVID started, he went away because he's had leukemia and he didn't want to get like for health
Oh, you're
concerns.
going way back.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
come
when
on,
he.
come on.
I'm coming to when he won.
Right,
when he
right,
won.
right.
So
4
then-
years ago.
Yeah,
Okay,
he comes
okay.
back while they're in the like bubble.
He's been the champ
in
for 4
Florida
years.
and won the
Damn.
title.
Yeah.
So he's like the face of the WWE right now.
He's like
He's the head of the
that guy.
table.
dog.
Okay,
he
okay.
wrestles like
Yeah.
5 times a year. He's only wrestling at like SummerSlam or Mania or Royal, like
like
the
crazy
big pay per
pay-per-view
views.
events.
Yep,
Right, right,
yep.
right.
He's like a main event
Yeah,
card
yeah,
drawing
yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
But he's been the champ for 4 years. And honestly, last year a lot of people thought Cody was gonna like beat him. And when Cody didn't, I remember sitting there and it was me and my cousin watched it and we were kind of like, whoa. But and then now it's 40 and it's like it seems like it's fitting the story now.
Okay.
And I remember a podcaster described it as he returned 2 years ago and that was like A New Hope for Star Wars.
Yeah.
Empire Strikes Back is 5 when Roman beats him, and then this year would be Return of the Jedi, and it would be like the final triumph of Cody. But with that being
I love the
said,
comparison, by the way.
yeah,
I love
right?
the Star
That's a
Wars
good one,
comparison.
right?
That was great. That was great.
Yeah, he comes home, the prodigal son
Right, right.
returns.
But
yeah,
I hope that he doesn't win.
I mean, if they wait till September, he can.
The
Roman
Rock
can
is back,
pass
by the
Hogan.
way.
Ooh.
The Rock is the one facing Cody Rhodes, right? It's tag
Well, this
team
is what
match.
happened. So
The Rock's been
Cody
cutting
wins the Rumble.
promos.
Really?
Yeah.
And you
Crazy.
guys are. I know you are, but you know enough about wrestling. When you win the Royal Rumble, what happens?
You go to
WrestleMania to
right?
main event for the
Right.
belt, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Cody
yeah.
won the Rumble this year.
Okay.
Twice. He
The
won last year
back-to-back.
twice.
He won last year
wow.
too.
Yeah.
So he wins this year, and he points at Roman. Like he doesn't point at the sign.
Yeah.
He pointed at Roman. Then Friday, everyone's thinking like, okay, Cody's going to announce he's versing Roman. And he goes, I'm coming for you, Roman Reigns, just not at WrestleMania. And then it's just a big pause. If you submit, and The Rock comes out. So everyone's like, what the fuck is going on? So then it makes it look like it's going to be Rock Roman. And then there's just outrage on the internet. Hashtag we want Cody. Like everyone's saying it's Cody's time to
Right,
be
right.
the guy to take the wheel. Like it's his.
Basically, they're upset that The Rock just stepped in and saying, "Oh, he's going against Roman Reigns,
It's
not Cody."
not the first time The Rock has done
Triple
this.
H is running the show on the storyline, right?
Yeah,
on everything.
He's the
Pretty
guy.
much.
Yeah,
He's the
yeah,
guy,
yeah, yeah.
head creative,
He's like
yeah.
the new Vince
Well,
McMahon.
TKO
essentially.
runs it.
Well, yeah,
That's
TKO
his-
runs
okay,
it.
They
okay,
own
okay,
UFC
okay.
and WWE.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're brought like NXT is their like developmental brand. Their pay per view is going to be at the UFC Apex. Their next pay per view is going to be there.
that's
Like
sweet.
that's where they're filming it from.
Okay.
And like Michael Chandler was at Raw, and they gave him a microphone. And he called out Conor McGregor live on Raw.
Oh, shit.
Like
Oh,
they're
yeah,
doing
yeah,
like a lot of spin off shit together
Okay,
now.
okay.
It's kind of cool. But what?
I was gonna say, we're going back to like the whole Cody Rhodes, The Rock,
Mhm,
Roman
yeah.
Reigns, right? Roman, I think you said you want him to win again, right?
No.
Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think they're gonna keep on going with like some type of like Undertaker storyline?
Hold on, let me finish.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but let
yeah.
me. You need
Undefeated
these.
streak.
You
Yeah.
need these other parts of the story in order to fully understand it.
Okay.
So, like you right now, you think it's Rock Roman, and
Okay.
everyone wants Cody. So then they do a press conference in Vegas, and everyone's like,
I'm
okay,
picturing everything while you're saying
the
it.
only way that they can like do like everyone I the way I keep up on all this is Twitter, because there's just a lot of people talking, and I like hearing a bunch of people's like I want to hear different ideas
Yeah.
of
Right.
shit, like, ooh, that could be cool, you know.
Yeah.
So one person said like, bro, they gotta like turn Rock heel, like they gotta do something, and turning Rock heel means make him a bad guy.
Okay.
Babyface is a good guy, heel is a bad guy in wrestling talk. Heel becomes a bad guy. So The Rock comes out and he's like dress pants, a tight ass tank top, like full Hollywood Rock, like trying to be an asshole. And he pulls up the family tree because Roman Reigns is his cousin. And he was like, this is going to be the greatest
Actually?
main event. Yeah.
Real life?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Bro, Umaga is in that family, the Usos.
What?
It's like the biggest.
Rikishi.
the-
Yeah, you know.
Rakishi's Umaga's,
Rikishi. I
I
haven't
mean,
heard that name in so
Oh
long.
yeah.
Rakishi's the Usos' dad.
Okay.
Yeah, so like, yeah, there's a big family.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Big pro wrestling family,
Okay.
yeah. And that's why it's such a big deal. Rhodes versus the Ananawi family, or however you say. I might have pronounced that wrong.
It's fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it.
All right, cool. Yeah. My fault. Big apologies.
You're good.
But the Rhodes are an iconic wrestling family as well. So,
Mm-hmm.
like, that's why it was such a big deal. But now, Cody's like, nah, fuck that. I'm versing Roman at Mania. And now Rock's full heel. Like, just beat the shit out of Cody on Raw. Like,
Blood.
cussing, like, bleeping the F word. And
Yeah.
it's about to be on Netflix next year. And they don't have to blur shit
Bleep
anymore.
that.
So
No.
they can do, like, fuck him.
Oh yeah, bra and
Fuck
panties match coming back, baby. You feel me? You know you want them puppies. You know I'm a cat man, but I want them puppies. Okay,
Kelly popping out.
You feel me? Yeah, yeah. Here she
Nah,
comes, Stacey
hey,
Keebler.
I'm not
Come
gonna
on,
lie.
come on through, baby.
I'm not gonna lie. I
Slide
actually
through.
did think about that. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I thought about,
That's
like, bro.
hilarious.
like,
Oh, you
will
thought
they-
about it?
Like, will
Is
they
it
have to
Netflix?
be censored in that shit? Like, what? Huh?
Said the
Not no more.
I'm so excited for that, though.
Not no more.
Like, for it to
Oh,
be
that's
on
great.
Netflix,
That's crazy.
that'll
Yeah.
be cool. The product will
Commercial
be
free.
Oh, so much
Oh,
better.
it's gonna be great.
They got to go back to 2 hours.
Oh, they have to.
They can't do 3 hours of no.
Do you watch Raw though?
Occasionally.
All right. So what I don't like about Raw is the promos in between. Like, there's just too many talk segments. You know,
Yeah.
like just bro, get on with it.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to see some matches.
Yeah.
You know, there's like 4 or 5 matches. I'm like,
One thing
what's
I
all
will
this
say
bullshit?
though,
You know, they're all in
one-
the backstage and shit. I'm like,
It's the same thing with sports. Do they have media timeouts and all that? Like
That's some
no, it's the
bullshit.
same
One thing I'll say though, for years up until Triple H took the realm,
right.
it was the roster was always very thin, because first they weren't going out and signing a lot of guys. The developmental wasn't what it is today. They were like, and I'm talking like 2014, when they're just like relying on like Seth Rollins, Cena, you know, The Miz, like those guys
Right.
are their guys.
Bray Wyatt was probably in there too.
Big one. Daniel Bryan had like just
Daniel
got
Bryan.
hurt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, he
yeah.
got hurt. Okay.
But those guys you were seeing over and over again.
Right.
And the reason is because they were doing 6 matches a night, 7 matches a night, and not doing that many promos. You were seeing the same matches over and over again because the roster was running so thin.
Right.
So I think with cutting down the matches, I think you can do promos that are focused on that one person. So like
It's more UFC like type of
exactly
style,
like
card.
Bronson Reed, for example.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to wrestle on the card
Right.
to still get over. He can do a promo about being a monster or something like that. And he doesn't have to go beat someone's ass and fucking kill their push. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like Sammy doesn't have to wrestle every week. He can do a promo and he's good. You know? I think the way they're doing it now, it's more smarter and guys will last longer.
Yeah, I'm sure health wise they'll last longer, you know, but I think that they have enough talent right now.
I disagree. I think for pay-per-views they need more. Because I went
Oh,
to
yeah,
SummerSlam,
yeah,
dog.
yeah.
There was 5 matches
Yeah.
total.
Yeah.
The whole like 4-hour long.
I agree
pay-per-view.
because what was Elimination Chamber, and I'm like, then they did a tour of the city, 5-6 minute segment. I'm like, bro, come on with this shit.
Yeah.
You know, like we could see this shit on Twitter and all that. You know what I mean? Like we're following behind the scenes.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not trying to see all
They could
this.
use that as extra content.
Yeah.
On socials.
Yeah. They're like, oh, we need 20 minutes to run. You know, it's like, come on.
One thing I want to ask you, it's kind of it's about wrestling, but it moves in over to social media.
Mm-hmm.
The other day, I got in an argument with a guy on Twitter because
You use Twitter?
yeah,
I'm about to follow you to.
I do a lot of like
I follow-
wrestling
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Wrestling shit. Like I'll always comment.
That's
I'll
what I
put-
do because I don't watch Raw sometimes live.
Me
so
too.
I'll follow it on Twitter.
And they
on
post like the
Mondays.
whole like 10-minute segments and shit like that. Like that's how I saw that whole Punk Drew McIntyre promo. But someone on Twitter said like everyone's saying AEW is doing so bad and it's like going down viewership. If you look from like October 2019, AEW's viewership, they have the same drop as WWE. And I got so mad because I was like, bro, ratings don't fucking matter no more. They don't. First of all, it's moving over to Netflix, so it really doesn't matter. Two, like you just said, you don't watch it live. You're still a pro wrestling fan.
Yeah.
You still know what's going on.
Yeah.
You didn't watch it.
To an extent, though. I don't watch every show.
But you see the clip. Like me,
Yeah.
I haven't watched it. I watch all those clips.
Believe me,
on
I want to
Twitter.
know most of the shit that I know unless I from Twitter.
Exactly.
Like, that's how I'm following.
So that
it.
just shows
But
how
I have
powerful.
Peacock, so I'm watching the events live, like
Okay.
Yeah,
Elimination Chamber, Royal Rumble, like
I'll watch the
Mania.
pay-per-views,
I'm watching those. But like the SmackDowns and Raws, but they do have the Raw talk, and that's a Raw show that recaps about Raw.
It's basically like a podcast.
yeah,
about
it's
Raw.
like 30 minutes long, and it's like, okay, if I miss Raw,
For
I'm
a
watching
second,
that.
I thought you were talking about Raw Talk from Bradley Martin.
No.
He
It's
has a
actually-
podcast called Raw Talk, too.
And
That's
then
wild.
they had a SmackDown one that used to be called Talking Smack. It used to be
Okay.
called. I mean,
I think they still do.
I don't know if they have the SmackDown one anymore.
Okay.
They might not. I don't know. You could- they
NXT
might.
is fire though.
NXT's cool.
Shawn Michaels is running NXT.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so you got these guys that lived this life. They were on the road for multiple
Yeah.
years too. They were loyal.
They were-
They
not-
stayed and
They were the
knew-
guys.
They were the guys. So
and that's the thing. Like it's not like you would always hear guys like Terry Taylor, who you have no idea
I
who
don't
that
know who
is.
that
And
is.
do you know who I'm talking about? Terry Taylor.
yeah.
He's one of the guys that trained Triple H. He was just a utility guy that was like in the ring. How about Finley? You guys both know
Yeah,
Finley.
Fit Finley.
He was
Yeah.
never
Finley and I
he was
love the
never
fight.
anything, right?
Right.
guy?
Right?
But he helped mold the women's division.
Jamie Noble.
I thought
Y'all
you were
remember
gonna
him?
say Hornswoggle, but
Yeah.
They're
Hornswoggle,
friends
too.
with him.
really?
Yeah.
No, I don't know
Oh,
Hornswoggle
no,
like
uh,
that. I met him a couple
Oh,
times.
okay. Yeah. We talked about it on that episode. That's why I remember it wrong.
Been at the same events through Comic Cons
Okay.
and
Yeah,
the
I remember
wrestling
Devin
events.
brought it up.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro. They had fucking. You had one of the Dudleys, didn't you?
Yeah, Devon was
Really?
just there. Billy Gunn was just there. I just filmed Dolph Ziggler this Thursday.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
Because he's a free agent. He's not in WWE no
I
more.
don't know.
but you know
No, I know-
WWE
no, I know-
is
I know
working
Ziggler.
with independents now. Triple H said select few. Because I forgot they just made headlines. I forgot who it was.
I'll
but
tell you. I know exactly. So WWE's like every other wrestling company is very like they're the second biggest in my opinion is New Japan. It's in Japan. And
hope
yeah,
so.
yeah, and
don't know.
a lot of the times you'll
That's
see like
funny.
New Japan guys end up in AEW or TNA guys will go to New Japan. You'll see that. You never see it with WWE like ever. Like if you're signed to WWE, a lot of the time you're exclusively
Yeah,
WWE,
right.
and you don't even see them at like other events.
Yeah.
You know, so recently GCW, which is very glass tube lights breaking over the head, barbed
Hardcore.
wire.
They're like
It's like the
they're like
ECW, but the new one.
Bro,
Yeah,
but
type
like
of deal,
crazy.
right?
Double.
They're trying to kill each other.
Yeah.
Wow.
they're
Someone
doing
stopped breathing, came back to life.
oh
lost
yeah
the match again.
Nick Gage, yeah,
Nick Gage. Yeah.
yeah, craziest dude in wrestling.
What the
Crazy.
hell?
Yeah, he fought David Arquette.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, David Arquette. You
And
know
he hurt
the
him
actor,
too.
the dude from Scream. He was a
Come
cop.
on, Dewey.
Dewey, mustache. You know Scream, the movie?
You know, Ready to
Yeah.
Rumble.
No, he won't know that.
No, you know, what I'm
yeah, I
talking
know
about.
Ready to Rumble. I can't think of what else is in. But anyway, he's just a big like actor, and he like,
Scream.
He was world
That's all-
champion in
yeah.
WCW back in the
Okay.
'90s, and it was
Yeah.
really stupid, and people hated it. And he always like regretted it and wanted to make it better. So he went on a wrestling run in like the late 2010s and got murdered by Nick Gage. Oh, it was so funny. Pro wrestling.
Cut his
Damn,
neck.
we talked about that shit for a minute. That was another episode of Dudes Talking Wrestling.
Right. So what else we talking about?
We'll throw the
Let's
intro
get us
in
something
here.
spooky. Let's get
Throw the intro in there.
Right.
Actually, no, that's what I did want to touch on next was just like the start of spooky films.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So
Just run me through it.
again, going back to Trey Mob. So and we always had the camera. You know, Mac Trey always had a camera. So we had our Canon T3i Rebel. That's really what we started out with. And again, before that, you know, I had my mom's Sony, so I was already had the camera. You need music videos. Next thing you know, everyone else on the rap scene needed music videos. They're like, oh, you can get into this, you know. So that's how it became. And spooky, honestly, just smoking, chilling, just spooky, you know. Like honestly, it was like a joke. Like Mac Trey and I, you know. So he might have even said spooky, you know. So I'm like, all right, it sounds funny, but like I'm gonna run with it, you know.
Yeah.
Always a fan of horror films, you know. I was 8 watching Jason and Nightmare on Elm Street, like scared as hell, you know. Like, why am I watching this, you know? Like,
I'm 8 years old.
Literally, you know, like scared. So,
Everyone remembers their first horror movie.
It, the original one, like,
Bro, my
it was
cousin,
2 discs on VHS. By the
Oh,
way,
damn.
yeah. So they're a long ass movie.
My cousins graduated in 2010, 2011 from high school.
Yeah.
And they remember watching it when they
Yeah.
were younger, and they always told me, like, horror story. I still.
You ever watch it?
Oh, hell no. I've seen the newest one.
Whack.
Yeah, it was
Watch
really
the
bad.
original. You ever see the original yet?
I think I turned it on one night, like just going to bed or whatever. It was just
Yeah.
kind of more background noise than anything. But like, no, I don't think I've like watched the whole thing.
No.
Bro, there's something about those older movies that it looks like somewhat more real than it does now. Because, like, you can do all the special effects, but it's like, in my head, I'm like, that's unbelievable.
Right.
Like, if I see, like, Pennywise's head in the fridge, okay, that's more believable. But that's the type of shit they were
Right.
doing in those movies.
I mean, that's really what I fell in love with
Exactly.
movies, is like the raw feeling and the grit and the, you know, that real feeling of like the diehards on Lethal Weapons, blowing shit up on sight, really blowing up a car, you know, like let's get back to that. You know, fuck the CGI, we got tons of cars. Like,
Yeah, bro.
blow everything up real quick, you know.
For the shot, bro.
Yeah,
You
exactly,
got to.
for the shot.
Yeah.
So that's what I take pride on with spooky, and especially with the haunt too. It's like a lot of these haunts have animatronics, but we have real live actors that are like, that's what I was afraid of when I was a kid and I was going through haunts. I was like, man, like, this motherfucker's gonna be here when I get home.
That's a
you know
real
what I mean? Like, that was a
person.
real person. You know,
Yeah.
like growing up as a
Yeah.
kid, like it wasn't really animatronics in the '90s like that. Like,
Yeah.
going through these little haunts, and I'm like, oh shit, these people are gonna be at home when I get there. You know, scared.
I've
And,
got
like,
a-
that's what I want to take it back to. It's like, let's get back to that. You know?
Oh,
like,
fuck yeah.
I've seen the makeup you've done on those.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
not me. That's Abigail. Shout out to
No,
Abigail.
I'm
You
just
know?
saying,
Shout out
it's crazy.
Abigail.
I'm
She's
saying
very-
it's crazy.
yes,
It's-
thank
it's
you.
scary.
Very
It
talented.
is, yes, and we want to bring it to life, you know.
Bro.
And sure, like eventually we will get add-on, you know, animatronics and things of that sort. But really, I want to stay true to it and have my actors ready to go. You know, shout out to the team because they're amazing, one of
Yeah.
a kind. You know, you guys go to haunted houses at all or what?
Every once in a while, like
Yeah.
every few years, probably I'd say, you know, come Halloween time, you know, maybe.
You don't
It's been
go.
a minute.
You're scared.
Yeah, this guy,
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
You're really gonna be spooked if you come to ours for real. We have people
I just
running
wanna-
out that boy, falling
But
over on
that's
each
the
other.
thing. I just want to hang out. Like, I'll just go and hang out with y'all. Like, I'll just
Right,
like
right.
watch the dudes. Like, I'm not.
Take a step through real quick.
He would do that to me too.
Yeah.
He'd be like, "Come on, go
Yeah.
ahead," and I'd be like, "No," and then I would
Just one
eventually
time.
do it.
We'll get you a glow stick. You know,
No,
you got a glow
no,
stick.
he would-
it's
Bro, I would
go
hit
easy
him.
on you,
He
you
would
know?
need a safe word.
Pineapples.
Spooky.
I don't like it.
Spooky. Yeah.
Pineapples.
One spooky, they're easy on
They'll
you. You know,
back up.
spooky, they're going crazy.
I went and won. My cousins, their dad's side of the family, on the mom's, their dad's side of the family own the turkey farm in New Boston. I forgot the name of it. Apple Charlie's, maybe? Is that what it's called?
I know that's one of them.
I think.
Yeah, they own that.
Okay.
So that was the one I went to, their haunted house.
Okay.
And that's the only one I've ever went to. And I went with my older cousins because they wanted me to go with them.
Right.
And there was a Jason cosplayer and a It cosplayer.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember we got to a part where it was like 3 separate exits. And we went down one dead end, go down the other dead end.
Damn.
We come out.
So you gotta go
Jason's
back.
waiting with the chainsaw. He's like, "You going the wrong way." Fucking does it. And then we went down the wrong way again. And then he was just standing there pointing the right way. And my cousin Courtney's like, "Thank you, sir." We just kept
You
going.
guys are holding up the line. Get the hell out
Bro,
of here. You know? Like, what the hell are you doing in here?
Scarred me. Bro, you know how easy it would be for an actual killer to like sneak in and like actually kill people?
You know,
And
I thought about it. I was like, wait a minute, I might have me a script on my hands. You know what I mean? Like, I might have to write something out here.
That's
like,
a movie, bro.
that is.
Because like friends like wouldn't like people might
that
not
would
know.
That would be a
Right.
good movie.
You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah, like signing up for the haunted house. Like, honestly, I get like people always tell me, "Hey, man, my people want to be, you know, they're interested pretty much. Have them hit me up," and then I'm like, I don't know this fucking person. Now I feel like a weirdo because I'm stalking their Facebook. Like, who the fuck is this person? You know, like,
But you're doing it. It's like
are they
for
good
job,
people?
right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm like, nah, like, I'm good. I'll just keep my actors. I've been, you know, like, we've been having a loyal team for like the last 3 years. We've had the same like 8 or 12 people. So like, I'm sticking to that. You know,
Well, yeah,
these guys are good. You know, I know they're not killers. We're still all alive, so we're good,
Bro, like
You know?
imagine someone like buys a ticket and comes in and like has like put like a mask in their back pocket and then
Oh
puts
hell
it on
no!
and goes
Oh
in there.
hell no!
I mean,
That
it's
shit's
kinda-
scary.
it's
Like that
kinda-
we don't have to put any of this in because
Right.
this is gonna be very bad promo for
Yeah,
this.
this is
but
crazy.
that like that's the thing. Like me and my mom talked about that one time.
Right.
My mom was like, "Fuck!" Like yeah,
That would make a good movie film, though.
Yeah,
Low-key,
that
it
would.
I was gonna say at Cedar Point at the Hollow weekends, we used to go in, like we'd go through it,
Yeah.
and then we wouldn't actually exit. When we got to the exit, we'd go back through the back way, and we'd scare the workers.
No shit.
Swear to
That's
God,
funny.
dude. Swear to God.
That's
Payback's a
funny.
bitch.
Because like we'd see where they were hiding, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Going through the first time, and we'd come back,
Right.
and we're like, all right, they're right. Go up, scare them. They were like, what the? Like they get scared.
Did they yell at you or laugh?
I
or
love
anything?
it.
We did get, dude. I was like 10 years old, so like,
Bro,
they weren't
I
gonna,
bet a
like,
couple
kick
of
me
them were
out
like,
crazy.
okay,
Hey,
that's
duly
funny.
noted. Lock all of the you know, make sure these guys are good.
That's funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for real. No, I mean, Spooky's Halfway to Haunt. It's going to be May 10th and 11th. It's in Monroe, Michigan. It's at Our House Games.
It's coming up.
It'll pop up
Yeah.
right here. We'll pop it up right
Yeah,
here.
May 10th. May 10th.
You
and
got a
11th.
whole schedule.
1211 South Monroe Street. Our House Games. Shout out to Chris and his staff.
Yeah.
Good people. Great store. Yeah.
Damn,
Spooky's
yeah, you
Halfway
got-
to
you-
Haunt.
You got a whole
Spooky-
schedule.
Spooky's Game Night, June 8th.
Yeah, that was
Spooky's
another one
game
you
night,
wanted to
yeah.
touch on
6
too.
p.m.
Yeah.
to 1 a.m.
Yeah,
Our
shout
House
out.
Games.
Crazy Squirrels. Yep. So, Crazy Squirrel, he designed. Well, he didn't design this one, but he did this flyer right here. So he's a graphic designer.
That'll pop up for anybody
Crazy
interested.
Crazy Squirrel Graphics, but he has tons of games. You know what I mean? So, we just got together to put the platform together for Spooky's Game Night.
Mm-hmm.
Literally anything from like Atari, Sega, Nintendo 64,
Oh, that's dope.
Gamecast, PlayStation,
Yeah,
Guitar Hero, all types of stuff. You
that's
know what I mean?
fun, man.
So, they've got board games. They got like a little coloring station for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
They got the Game Boys, handhelds,
Damn,
cards,
that's dope.
a little bit of everything. Honestly, it's $15. Food's provided. We're gonna have raffles. I don't know if we're doing a movie or not. I'm not sure. I don't know if
Ooh.
I'm supposed to say that or not. But
And then the
I don't
next one they were for sure on for right now is September, right? Monroe Comic Con.
Monroe Comic Con, yeah, you guys got to come out to that.
At the Expo Center, that's where they hold the Monroe County Fair, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
September 13th and 14th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this will pop up on the screen so you guys can get a better look at it.
December 13th.
Go check it out.
And real quick
Sounds
too,
like a good time.
September 13th is Friday the 13th too, so we're gonna have a little spooky surprise at the
Okay.
Comic Con.
Okay.
And then you guys are doing another haunted house in October.
Yeah, so that's the main haunted house. So the Halfway to Haunt is actually like a soft opening
Okay.
to help promote the haunted house in October.
Smart.
So it's only gonna be a few rooms. It's not gonna be like, oh, I'm walking through. You know, you're not gonna really be in there for like 20 minutes. You
Yeah.
know, you're just gonna be walking through and kind of seeing
What's the
what it's
vision
gonna be.
here?
Yeah. And then the actual haunt will be hopefully like a 15-minute walkthrough. It depends. I mean, we timed it last year and someone ran through like literally 6 minutes.
That'd be me,
They're
bro.
probably scared as hell.
Scared. You know.
That'd be
Yeah.
me, dog.
But,
What's the longest it's taken?
I think I got 11 minutes, maybe.
Someone's just in there
Might
for
have
like
been 10
45
minutes.
minutes.
Honestly, it might have been like 9 minutes. 10 minutes around there.
Someone's just in there for 45 minutes, just like in a corner, like just scared.
Literally. We're thinking it's one of the actors. Like, yeah, keep it up. Keep it up. They're just crying.
Good work.
Yeah, they're just crying.
Well, yeah, definitely go check that out. Links will be in the description. All of his socials will be down there.
Did you see
shit.
December 13th though? The last event Photos with Krampus?
Oh yeah, that was a big event last year.
Really?
Yeah, we did that at Hidden Intuition. It's downtown Monroe again.
Okay.
But yeah, we had it was crazy. It was an overwhelming feeling.
Damn, that's pretty cool.
Very, very thankful. Very thankful for everybody to come out to all of our events.
Yeah.
We did shots with Cupid this year for Valentine's Day.
Okay.
So, but yeah, they came out for Krampus. So
Because that's, bro, like, that's just a cool
the makeup
one.
was
Insane.
crazy.
Insane.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pop some of those pictures up again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to pop some pictures up of the
Oh,
haunted
yeah,
house
yeah, definitely.
of those
Yeah,
people.
on my page too, on the spooky page, you can see the pictures with Krampus and some of the people that took pictures and whatnot. So,
Yeah.
and with Cupid too.
Damn, bro. Seems like you got a lot going on, Spooky.
Yeah, man of many talents for
I have a
sure.
lot going on.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be possible without the team because everyone's involved some way, somehow. You know?
100.
Yeah,
That's
Wanna
such
shout out
that's
Brain
such a
Jerk.
fact.
Shout out the development group. Shout
Yep.
out to MCSM, Monroe County Sports Network. Shout out everybody. You know, shout out Hidden Intuition.
Yeah.
Crazy Squirrel Graphics.
Yeah.
If I could, the list would go on.
Yeah.
If Ryan was here, me and him would have a 20-minute shout out segment.
Yeah.
They had to cut me off last time on Pillar Talk. They were like, all right, bro. Like, name drop like 20 people.
Hey, I'd rather keep going, you know? Like, talk about whoever.
I mean, yeah, that's what I would rather do. Do you guys have any events coming up or what? Like, what's going on your way?
no, nothing crazy, not that I know of.
Nothing as of right now.
Nothing as of right now.
I'm always down to get back on stage. If anyone sees this and has an event, I'm a rapper. I'm easy to work with. I can give you like a decent 20-minute set. I got you. You know, putting some out. I would love to get back on
Go ahead,
stage.
throw it out there. Throw it out there.
100%. Because you never know who's going to be seeing it with this dude on it.
I know.
You
Never
know?
know.
And by the way, Monroe, what what was the full name that you
County
said?
Sports Network.
Monroe County Sports Network. Anybody that needs a coach, I might be in need of that basketball coach. If there's any openings, that'd be great. Throw that out there.
It's not
somewhere.
approved. It's not approved. Send in the resume. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
I do kind of want to tie it back into the more hip hop since we are a hip hop based podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe before we started, you said you wanted to be more like movie down the line in your career, but you've worked with a lot of artists, producers, and just other content creators in general. What's it like working with those guys, like collaboration wise? Like, I don't really know how to make this a better detailed question because I can't really like put it to words.
With like the artists and
Well,
stuff.
like-
yeah, just like building the relationships with those artists.
Yeah.
you know?
It all really comes down to like synchronicity, honestly. Like, you know, if they understand what's going on and they understand what I need to provide and they're ready to spend, you know, have the good budget, have the right creative vision, then we're good. You know,
Yeah.
then we can develop that relationship. Then it's not about money. You know,
Facts.
it's like, okay, let's see how far you're really willing to go. Because I've dealt with artists that are like, they understand it and some that don't. And there's some that don't. It's like some things to them might be corny. Like, hey, I might need you to act out something, or you might have to, you know, do this, you know,
Yeah.
just to tell the story for the video for your song. It's
Yeah.
for you at the end of the day, you know,
Yeah.
and it is my product. So I don't want to just film something and be like, okay, that's cool. Like when it ain't,
Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah.
I want the best to come out
Yeah.
because it's my product too now, you know.
Yeah.
But just developing the relationships is really just staying loyal and just communication, just having communication with everybody, just being as transparent as possible,
Trusting each other's vision.
trusting each other's vision, and really understanding that everyone does have a schedule. You know, like I live by a calendar every day. It's like calendar comes up in the morning and it's kind of tells me what I have to do, like if it's in the calendar. So
Yeah.
that's how I'm really like, you got to live like that. You
That's
know?
how I stay organized
Yeah.
too, man. I have a planner every day. I'm looking at it as soon as I wake up in the morning.
Be around the ones that, you know, are kind of level-headed like you, you know, that are like-minded, you know, because then that's what's going to make the relationship flow better, rather than just like beating on a dead door, like they're not answering, they don't get it.
Yeah.
I mean, bro, like coming from, like, I've worked with you as a artist, working with him as a videographer. I've worked with you as you booked me for the Sheesh Bros event, which we'll talk about. And I've dealt with you as a podcast that I wanted to come on. So I've dealt with you in all different ways, and it's always been like he's
Genuine.
He's easy to work with.
Yeah.
Like it's just if here's what I'll say. If you're having problems with spooky, odds are it's probably not spooky.
Right.
That's what I'll say. Like I'll give you 95.
But it's not really problems. It's just like it just stops there.
Yeah.
You know, I have a lot of people that message me. And it's like, okay, what do you charge? I give you my price. They see it. Don't hear from
respond.
them.
Yeah.
Might hear from them 6 months later, and then it's like, hey, it's the same price, or hey, it went up $100, or hey, now the drone is this much, you know, or something like that, you know. But it is what it is. It don't affect me. I have so much. You guys see, I have a lot on my plate right now, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was just telling someone this the other day. No matter how much I try to escape the music or the scene, it always finds its way back to me. Like the other day, I literally had 4 calls out of nowhere. I haven't heard from these guys in months, and all artists, producers, like randomly, like all on the same day too. It was weird. It was like, hey, I need you for a video in April, or I need you for 420, or I need you for this, and I'm like, all right, follow up. But I've known these guys for 2-3 years, and it's just developing relationships.
Yeah.
You know, having steady client. You know,
Networking.
like, hey, if this isn't working out, fall back on this. You know.
Yeah.
Music videos will always be my bread and butter.
Yeah.
So who would you say, like, or I could ask, what videos would you say are your favorite that you shot, or like who are some of your favorite artists to work with?
I'm not gonna lie, I've shot a lot of dope videos in all fields. You know, like music videos, whether it was, you know, Polo Frost, Crud Chapo, Mac Trey, with T Grizzly. Shout out to 12 Mile. Super official for bringing me on board for that project.
Kyle?
Yep.
12 Mile Kyle? Yeah.
Yep. This year alone, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I'm like impressed with myself. You know, like I'm happy. I'm like back to being not necessarily content, but it's like, okay, kind of got my mojo back a little bit. You know, yeah. Because all the videos I've dropped this year, whether it's on anyone's page, like Modesty, Bankshious, I really don't know who's dropped. I filmed like 30 videos already this year.
Yeah.
But, all fire between me and the artist. They had ideas, and I just delivered. You know, and that's what makes a project great. You know, we just filmed the classic yesterday with Ace King, so I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
Do you like to have more, I don't want to say it's like a competition or anything, but like more creative control with a certain vision? They send you a song and they're like, hey, want to do a video to this, but they don't say any ideas. Do you just take that right there and decide, or do you like to bounce off their ideas when they have them?
Sure. Most likely, I bounce ideas off. Okay, so you hit me up like, hey, Spooky, I got a song. All right, bet. Send me the song. Tell me what you think. I'm going to listen to it. I'm like, okay, like, I'm a visual person. I'm seeing colors. I'm seeing, like, okay, maybe this might pop. I don't know. All right, we can do this. And then I give them a little spiel, and if they like it, cool. They want to give some input, even better. Like, give me some input. What do you think about it, you know? So
I was gonna say, Devin, our guy, he just likes to have a lot like creative control. So I was just wondering how you like to go about the vision.
No,
of
I mean,
music
like
videos.
more than likely, I'm not gonna lie. Like a lot of the videos I shoot, they're like, hey, we trust whatever you got. You know, hopefully they give me something good to work with. You know, like.
You're saying as in the song?
Yeah, well, no, as like location wise.
Okay.
You know, if, like this is dope. Like this setting, I can make this work.
Yeah.
It's like 2 scenes to me right here. You know, maybe 3, depending on how we shoot it.
I did 3 in here because I you know how we were saying I did like 2 or 3 music videos like just for content. I did one. It was like half this wall, half that wall.
Okay.
And then I did one. This was like right here. They're sitting down, so it's like, and I had the camera like that. So like this was the background.
Okay.
And then like all these were in the back. And then I did one just like someone laying on the ground.
Beautiful.
Like just.
I like how you
with this
used all that.
carpet.
Yep.
I was
See, I'm
trying to-
over here like I'm bouncing around. You know, I like how you stayed right here because I'm thinking like those 2 doors, whether it's they're coming in and out of them or they're just posted up.
Yeah.
Like somewhere in there by the filing cabinet, maybe have that open, and then probably in this chair or that chair, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got a lot to work with. It's all about like just using your brain,
No,
using your mind.
100.
You know, like I really
Creativity.
charge most of my videos are one location. So like you guys want to do a video and you say it's here, we're not leaving. You know, if you want to leave, I'm charging extra, and it's like, all right, we got to negotiate that right there on the spot. Like I need the cheese right there that we're leaving. We're going here. You know, because more than likely I'm bringing lights, I'm bringing tripods, I'm bringing this. You know, it's not just me and a camera.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I got a lot of stuff I'm bringing. So if
Yeah.
we're setting up in here and then we got to tear down, take off, and go there, it's going to be a little more.
Yeah. That makes sense for sure.
We had
More
the
than
whole-
likely, it's not happening, though. Like, we'll stay around here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll work with what we got.
Yeah, we had
Even if it's outside.
we had the whole grave set up when we did a video that is not out yet, but it will eventually be out. We did a whole grave setup, and then we almost went for like you said, we would stay around the area. We almost had to walk up to another location to film,
Right.
but we stayed right there and
Yeah.
finished it back there.
Yep.
Yeah, it was really dope. It made it work.
Yeah.
You know.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
You said you wanted to talk about the Sheesh Bros event.
Yes.
I don't know too much about it,
Yes.
so I'll let you take over.
Yeah,
for
that's
this one.
fine.
Sheesh.
Shout out White Loaf. Shout out Bankshius. You talked about Bankshius a little bit. He just had a video that came out that I saw it and it looked. He was in the Stray Jacket, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that shit looked crazy.
Yeah. And
Definitely.
see, so that was his idea too. Is he kind of brought some ideas to me.
Yeah.
And then I bring the plastic and I bring this and I bring
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
props and it's like.
Yeah.
Like what happens when
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can just understand the vision, you know?
Did you
Bankshius
shoot?
is good to work with. I don't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no, you're
Bankshius
good.
is good to
No,
work
totally
with. Like
fine.
he always has ideas and he's always
Yeah.
bringing, what I need and then I just deliver.
Yeah. Did you film the like mini golf video?
No, I think that was 12 Mile.
Oh, okay. I saw
Beautiful
that one.
video.
That one was really good too.
Fire.
Yeah. No, Bankshius always has pretty good videos though.
Yeah.
Like I've consistently they're always like him and I remember him and a lot of White Loafs
Yep.
had a couple.
Him and White Loaf.
Yeah.
Him and Woe too. Shout out to Woe. Him and Woe did a lot of stuff too.
Yeah. That was just a fun night. We had a bunch of guys, and it was like, bro, I didn't know any of these guys. Besides, like I knew you, and I was with Colton. I didn't know any of the artists, and now it's White Loaf, who we're cool with, Bankshius, who I know and cool with. I shouldn't have said who I know, but I know White Loaf better than I know Bankshius is what I meant. But Bankshius is my dog too. But yeah, there was like a lot of guys that I had no idea about that. Like it brought my eyes to them, and it was also cool because it was like then Colton made a connection with them, and we've done shows there now, at that same skate park where it was and stuff. But yeah, it was just like a good energy. It felt good to be back on stage. You filmed that night.
Mhm.
We filmed up on the ledge. That's where we shot.
Yeah.
That's where we performed, and that recap video was so dope. Yeah, no, I thought that was really cool. And one part that was really cool, and I don't know if I've said this on here yet, but like when I first met you, I had heard about you before I had met you, and I was like, oh, that's one of those guys that's like actually like doing what I want to do. Like he's like making it happen. And so like when we talked and met at another event and stuff, it was really cool for me. And then out of nowhere, he hit me up to come do the Sheesh Bros event, and I was just like, holy shit, that's awesome. And I remember shout out 26 because I remember you guys had talked or something.
Yeah.
You guys had talked about something about me, and it was all like he had said all good things. So yeah, it just meant a lot.
No, I
You know who the
appreciate it,
real
yeah.
ones are.
Well,
you
it was
know?
just because, like, all right, venturing off too, like we had our Trey Mob run days, and I'm still obviously mixed in with the music scene. Whether
Exactly.
they're like, not necessarily on, but like they have a better position, if you would, than
Yeah.
you. So, but like I'm going to the Blackout Friday shows or
Yeah, that was that.
oh
other
yeah,
event.
record show and whatnot, and these little shows, and just seeing these guys, and I'm like, oh, this guy caught my attention. I'm like, all right, kind of brought me back for a minute. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Yeah.
man, like this guy kind of gets it. I see he's got the crowd. I'm knowing what to look for though. Like,
Yeah.
see, he's got the appearance, he's got the music, he's got the girls up front, he's got the crowd or whatever. So it's like, all right, this young cat could probably do something. So I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, he sees something. So it's
I
just
appreciate
like,
that,
yeah.
bro. Yeah, for real.
Just stay consistent. That's why I'm like, all right, just
yeah.
just know, like,
Yeah.
you got to be consistent.
That's where I'm
especially in
getting
today's
at now,
field,
bro. I'm locking in. That's what's happening. I'm giving myself like a good like 2.5 years like to really like lock in. And if nothing doesn't happen, I'll probably hang up the jersey. I'm gonna be honest.
That's crazy.
I'll be honest. I'll still be a part
You
of
got to
this.
lock in if you're really gonna lock in. A
That's-
lot of people
that-
say that. And
I
then
know.
It's like,
I know. No, yeah,
Discipline,
definitely.
dude. It's discipline.
But yeah,
Yeah,
that
exactly,
is how we
discipline.
met was through yeah. Because doing that Blackout Friday show.
oh yeah, shout out to them guys. They're
Yeah.
all good
Shout out. Oh
guys.
yeah, they've been on here.
Chris, Blake,
Yeah.
all them guys.
Yeah, Dorsey too. Yeah,
Dorsey,
yeah.
yeah.
Those are the homies. And shout out shout out David Branch and shout out Chapo too. Those are the dogs too. For real. Yeah. All right.
We're coming down to some of the quick hitters. What would you?
Oh, bro, you don't have to keep in mind.
Go ahead.
You don't have to
No, they
answer
don't have
these
to be
quick
quick.
though.
They don't
Like
have
we
to
can
You
do.
said you
There's
don't have to answer
these are a
quick.
discussion.
don't.
They always
Right.
are. That's
these
fine.
are just like these are like a lot of the main questions we ask.
We ask
Okay.
everybody these. Like that's just
Go
a
ahead.
part of it. Yeah.
Do you ever get a creative block? And if so, how do you overcome it?
Man, I've had a creative block for writing for a minute, for real, and I don't know how to get over it for real.
Felt
like,
that.
I'm fucked up right now.
You're saying like film wise, like writing like
no,
skits out
just
or
just
short
writing,
films?
yeah, just writing skits and just
Yeah.
just short films and whatnot, and just anything really. But just take a break from it and try to find something else that's what I would do to break away from it. Even editing, editing sometimes is
Dreadful.
Bro,
I'm
those
fucking sick
podcast
of editing.
shorts.
You know what I mean? I'm like, dude, I got 8 videos to edit. I'm like, and then you start thinking, I'm like, all right, you know what? 2-3 days, I'm not editing. I'm not even coming in here. You know what I mean? I got a PC set up and a little station and whatnot. So I'm like, all right, I'm not even coming in here for like 2-3 days. Get my mind off that. Go do something else for 2-3 days. Come back, flowing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll knock these bitches out real quick.
Yeah.
You know? So that would be my go-to is just step away from it for a minute. Just come back on fresh eyes, fresh ears.
That's what a lot of people say.
That's what I would say. That's a pretty consistent.
That's a common answer.
Yeah,
for sure.
constant.
What else you guys have? Like what other answers?
A lot. Like, here's the thing.
Go live more, experience more. You know,
I'm
just
not gonna.
like
I'm not. Trying, live life. Go live life. The corny answer.
well,
I'm not.
that's especially like the rappers more so say
Yeah,
that. They're more
like
so
live
like,
life.
Just,
Like,
just go experience
yeah,
more.
exactly. Because you have to have the experiences to be able to talk about it. You got to have
Right,
the memories
exactly.
and shit.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that's for me too. Like, all right, I'm editing all day. This is all I know. Like, even in life, like I'm walking around and I'm like, oh, that'd be a hard shot. Like, like my eyes are a camera. You know
Your
what I
brain's
mean?
just always going.
It's going.
Yeah.
But like for editing, you got to take a break. You got to take a break in anything you do. Or else you're gonna just.
Especially staring at a screen. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh no, yeah, you're right. No,
Just staring at a
well,
screen.
so like my usual way to edit is like I'll load it up, I'm studying the footage. I watch like all the clips. I don't care if I have 10, 16 of them. I'm watching every single clip. I'm watching them, studying them, blah, blah, blah. Get it lined up, main clip, this and this. I'll start editing. I don't know, depending on how long the project is too, if I'm really into it. But I'm taking a break. Probably every 20, 30 minutes, maybe even an hour. Like every hour I'm taking a break. Sometimes that break might be 2 hours. Sometimes that break might be 30 minutes.
That's
Because
why those
I come back
podcast
and then I'm
shorts
like-
be coming late some nights.
and I'm like, oh shit. No,
Yeah.
for real though.
No, I get
every
you.
20, 30 minutes or maybe even an hour. I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna go lay down for a minute. It's the next day. I'm like, oh shit, all that.
Type shit.
For real.
Type shit. Oh, fuck,
But I know
it's
what
one.
to do though. I've already
Yeah.
seen the footage, so I'm like, okay, I kind of
Yeah.
already have it in my mind how I want to play shit.
Yeah.
So have you tried to like just sit down one day it?
Oh yeah, I do. One day
I
a lot of
figured,
things.
I figured.
So I work with, like I said, the Monroe County Sports Network or even the Monroe County News Network.
Yeah.
And we do same day, 24 to 48 hour turnarounds.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll go cut a story. Like we did National Car Wash Day on Friday. So we went to the car wash, cut a story. It was out by like 1 o'clock.
I was gonna say, what's your record time for doing a music video?
Probably like 45 minutes.
Really?
Wild.
Wow.
Wild.
Quick.
That is pretty crazy.
Before Cap Cut or anything, you know what I'm saying? Like I've been rocking with Adobe for a minute. Try learning Sony Vega or whatever it's called. Hell no. Hell no.
All right, next question is, what would you say your biggest weakness is as a content creator or just like creative person in general? What's something you know that you can improve on or like want to work on in the future?
Posting more, like every day. Like I might post every day for 4 days, but then
feel you.
I fall off for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, nah, you can't be doing that,
Yeah.
So that's what that would be, is posting more or going live more, because you got to go live. Like Facebook is literally like a fucking video game, like I'm getting paid for Facebook, but it's
Yeah.
like I got paid what, $3, then $11, then this month I got paid $30.
Yeah.
And it's all because it gives me what to post. It's like post 12 times, 14 reels, gain 50 followers, reply to 22 comments, checkpoint that. I don't know, it's fucked up.
So just like more consistency, you're saying,
Yeah,
essentially,
yeah.
with the posting.
Yeah. Consistency on social media, basically.
Yeah.
'Cause you gotta learn how to use social media.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know how to use it. It's like I'm starting to learn how to use it. It's
That's the
crazy.
thing, bro. It starts to get fun when you start to like figure it out.
As I said, it's a fucking game.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah,
damn,
really.
because it's like,
oh shit, I'm winning.
there's these little brackets in the professional dashboard that's like, what is it? I don't know, like top 50 stars or something like that. It's got all these people from like all over the world. That's like on a chart, you know what I mean? It's like top 100 charts of Facebook.
Yeah. There's Billboard on Instagram.
For real though, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I don't want to be there, but I definitely like the cheese. Like, definitely, you know.
That'd be
so,
nice. Yeah.
26
sure.
bucks, 26 bucks. Fuck it.
Yeah, for real.
Take
Yeah.
gas.
That's a vape.
Literally.
So that's a vape.
That's a vape. That's crazy. Yeah.
Priorities.
That's a fig in my world. You know what I'm saying?
If you could shoot a music video for any artist in the music industry, who would it be and why?
That's crazy.
Don't let it be somebody you know. Like,
No,
let it,
I would have to say honestly Nav or Future.
Ooh.
Because I fuck with Nav. Like,
Really?
I would just want to like just be able to almost like pick his brain. You
I'm
know?
so happy.
If that was
He doesn't
the
get
case.
brought up much on this.
I know, but I've
podcast.
heard his
Nav
name.
is
Yeah.
fire.
Nah,
He is,
you
he
know?
is. And he produces
Nav,
himself.
Belly. You know what
I
I mean?
think
Like,
I'm not listening to a Nav song. It's just him. Like it had to me, like
Why?
his
Like,
best,
he's
his
good.
best songs are like there has to be a feature. Like "Wanted You" with Uzi
No.
will be on every playlist I ever have.
I
The one with
can't
him and
agree with
Uzi?
That's "Wanted You" with Uzi.
Oh yeah.
That's
Wanted You.
yeah,
that shit's fire.
Uzi, that was my junior year of high school.
Oh,
I
that shit's
love
fire.
that song.
No.
And then he had a song with
I disagree though.
was it
Yeah,
him,
same. I don't
Future?
agree with this.
Was it him, Future, and Offset? I think.
I don't
Could
know.
have been
or
Travis
something?
Scott.
It might have been
I don't
talking
know
about
if it's
Turks?
Future, I don't know.
I'm a late
Church.
bloomer 3 year on the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah,
But
no, he's got some good
Nav,
songs. Yeah.
His old shit though, for real, like his first shit.
Yeah.
You ever hear it? Like his old shit is
Yeah.
fire, for real.
Oh,
Like,
really?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, I'll have to. Oh, he had that song with Meek too. Tap.
Oh yeah, tap.
Oh yeah.
Tap, tap, tap.
Yeah, that shit was fire too.
How do you feel about? Have you heard about all this? Everyone hates Drake now,
Really?
bro. Like Future.
Did you hear Kendrick
yeah.
Lamar's verse?
Well, yeah, no, I honestly I haven't heard Kendrick Lamar's. I'm not
We're
gonna
playing
lie.
it after the
but
podcast.
we can play it. But I'm keeping up on the Big Sean's. I got the Future
Big
Metro
Sean,
album
hey.
downloaded. The GTA's fire. The Slimed In's fire. Like,
Hey, Big Sean shit was tough though.
oh
That
yeah.
song?
Oh my god, I'm
Hard.
so happy
I
he's
listened to it
getting
on the
love
way here
too.
like 3 times.
Oh
like,
my god,
for real though. At a
It was
56-minute
so good.
drive, I'm like, all right, Big Sean, Big
Sean
Sean, Big
killed it.
Is he another guy you'd want to work with, like artist wise?
Oh, absolutely. That's what I mean. Like, it's unfair to even say that because it's like
There
I
might
want to work
be-
with anybody. You
There
know?
might
Like,
not be a more.
Big Sean, Royce the 5'9", like that would be
Okay.
beautiful.
Like,
You know what I mean? Like I would love to work with Hobson, like
Yeah.
just film for him. You know, like we opened up for him for St. Andrews Hall for Trey Mob. you
Oh,
know,
wow.
like, crazy. We got some fire footage.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? We
That's
got 10
dope.
years in the making of footage with Trey Mob.
Wow.
You know what I'm
shit.
saying? Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be a doc.
People forget. I've had
Yeah.
the camera
You-
for about 14 years.
Yeah,
You feel
so-
me?
so
I got
it's a
footage.
lot.
I got
Documentary is
footage.
gonna be
The
crazy.
Oh,
documentary is
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
be a
Fire.
movie.
Documentary
Yeah.
is gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Netflix, pick it
Yeah.
up. Anyways,
No, for real though.
what was
We're
what were
talking
we
about Nav.
Nav and
Nav.
all the dish shit?
Honestly, I'm not hip. I'm not gonna lie. I
Yeah,
live
but
in a
there was
spooky
something
world.
else.
I live in my own world. I ain't
That's
gonna lie.
true.
Like I know what I know. Like
Yeah.
I'm really not hip. I mean, some of the stuff with outside world, sure. You know, like I know.
Y'all keep
You
talking.
know,
I'm gonna
but
think
for
of
here, this is my world right here.
something. Yeah, I feel you.
Spooky films. You
I
know,
feel you.
like if anyone's not following, please, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm not trying to beg. I'm just saying, like, it would mean everything to not just me, but the team, everyone, Abigail that puts in the makeup, the costumes, the locations, everything that's involved with that would mean everything, you know?
Yeah.
And we're everywhere on X, on TikTok, Instagram, everything, YouTube,
Yeah.
because that's what it is. That's my world. Right now, we're really concentrating on getting a building so
Yeah.
we can host our haunted house. We've been fortunate enough to be working with businesses in the community to house us for the month of October.
Yeah.
But we need a spooky hub.
A spooky hub.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so
The graveyard.
yeah, definitely. I'm trying to have
Graveyard.
motherfuckers in there doing the monster mash. You feel me? Like, we up in this bitch just
Do
The monster mash.
you know. So that's what that is. You know, I brought you guys merch. We got more merch
yeah.
on the way. This right here is Hidden Intuition Metaphysical Shop in Monroe, downtown Monroe. Shout out to them. But yeah, we have spooky merch. I'll leave that with you guys.
Of
we
course,
got
yeah.
Cat Head coming. Big Meows is coming. That's on the way.
Okay.
So
For sure.
The thing that I forgot, Big Sean.
We were talking about Big
Yeah.
Sean.
I was going to say that I don't think that there's been a more down for Detroit artist than Big Sean. Like, I always see, no matter what Big Sean's doing, he's always at something. I always would see him at Pistons games. He was the fucking
He works
intro.
for the Pistons.
I know, but he was like, still, though. He's still,
Yeah.
okay, give me another rapper working for another sports team in Detroit.
M in that Lions playoff push.
Yeah, but he was just going.
M had
making
M
good
had a
money.
lot of cameos for the
Hey,
Lions.
bro, when he flipped off that kid at San Fran, that shit was so funny. Put the picture right here. That shit was fucking hilarious.
That's funny.
That shit was hilarious. But no hate to Eminem, obviously. But Big Sean, bro, I see him at everything. He was the intro for the Tigers game. Like get fucking, like, getting, well, obviously not fucking, but get loud, you know?
Get
Like,
fucking loud. Big Sean. I do it.
yeah, no, I fuck with
Said I
Sean
do
for
it.
sure.
Yeah, I do it. Like, all right. Relax. We know.
Yeah, all right, for sure.
5 dinner guests, dead or alive, can be anybody.
Dinner guests?
You're having a dinner. You can invite 5
People ever.
dead or alive, anyone.
Damn.
Who's sitting at your table with you?
Who's cooking and what are y'all
Who's
eating?
cooking? I
Yeah.
don't give a fuck who's cooking. Hopefully Mac Trey's cooking. That's what I want to say.
What are you
Hopefully
eating?
he's whipping up.
What
For
are you
real.
eating?
What y'all eating?
What we eating?
Yeah,
Filet.
whatever you want. Oh,
We eat
okay.
filet.
Yeah,
Okay.
all right.
We going
Okay.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got baked potato, asparagus, all types of shit. You feel me?
Yeah. Good old
Little
fashioned
Hawaiian rolls, you know,
Oh,
got a little
yeah,
bit of
yeah,
feta, a little feta cheese and
Uh-huh.
shit. We going crazy.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. For sure, Jim Morrison.
That's a good answer. No one
Jim
said that yet.
Morrison, like Michael Jackson, probably Shaquille O'Neal.
Ooh.
Oh, this table's cold. No wrestlers?
I don't know. Probably not, honestly.
He's like, I'll talk to him in real life. I have a podcast.
Yeah, I need to talk to these guys. You feel me? I don't know.
I just talked to Billy Gunn, motherfucker.
Right. What is it? I want to. Princess Diana, is that it? Is that it? Yeah. And then Barbara Walters, just for the fuck of it.
Oh,
Barbara Walters, you know,
This
like,
is-
bring
hey.
her on here and cut a 50-50, a little 20-20.
hey,
show
yeah,
real
have
quick.
this bitch filmed. This
For
needs to
real,
be
have
on
this
camera.
bitch filmed. Don't disrespect her. That's crazy.
Oh, no,
I'm
yeah,
kidding,
that was wild.
I'm kidding. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, like
You can film it.
that's a crazy little dinner table right
Yeah.
there. Or like I'd swap one of them guys out for Elvis. You know, like let me hear a little story real quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me
Yeah.
about Hawaii. Tell me about how you went over real quick.
Yeah.
Came back.
Yeah. Well, Elvis, like people, I think people nowadays kind of forget. Like, I know, like, there's some controversial shit about his past, but there was a point where that dude was like, everyone in the fucking world knew who Elvis Presley was.
Yeah.
Like, he was like the guy. But, bro, I'm not going to say who it was, but I got an argument with somebody, and this is no hate to anybody, but he said that Biggie and Tupac were bigger than Elvis now.
I don't know who said that, but that's upsetting.
That's what I was like,
upsetting.
bro. Like
That's
that's
upsetting.
not
that's
not an
crazy
argument.
talk. What era would you guys want to grow up in? You know, other than what you did. Like,
I was about to say I'd love right now if I'm being honest, but probably like if I could have been in high school in the '90s, that'd have been pretty cool.
really?
Cause like bro, '90s like to me the '90s are just cool. There was so much cool. You had Michael Jordan and the Bulls. You
Right.
had the Monday Night War going on in wrestling. You had you had just like weird people like fucking Madonna and Dennis Rodman dating.
Weird people. I love it.
You
Yeah.
had
What about you?
I like
yeah.
I
the
don't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good.
He said, I'm going to cut you off. I do like the time that I'm living in right now, but I think, like, I don't know. Probably right now, I don't think I would want to go back.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to live like a different time period, like
Maybe, like-
50s, 60s?
I would say '90s. That'd probably be mine.
90s?
I mean, I guess that's not that really of a different time
That's
period.
crazy though.
But like,
Yeah.
if I was in high school in the '90s, I'd be like,
I wonder what
In
it
my
was
40s
like
now.
back in, like, the BC days or, like...
Right, that's crazy to
You
think.
know,
Yeah,
like I'm thinking of stuff like that. I'm not thinking like
Yeah,
recent
yeah.
time, like
Yeah,
where
yeah.
our family grew up in. Like if
Right.
I were to go back, I'd want to go back to like
caveman.
when the pyramids were being built. How
Right,
there's so much like
or put here, however they were put
controversy
here.
around
You
that.
know,
yeah.
yeah,
that's different talk.
that's
though.
what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
there's so many questions that just aren't answered. Like I'd want to just go back and just.
So, how old are you guys?
I just turned 23 like this month.
You young.
As
All
well.
right, what about you?
As well,
23.
23. Yeah,
All right,
February
I'll be
19th.
34 in
Okay.
July.
Okay.
So it's crazy. It's all right. So, what, like a 10-year difference?
Yeah, 10 year.
So it's not that bad, but 10 years is 10 years, you know?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Damn.
It's a long time.
Yeah,
But
it
goes
is.
by so quick.
Like, you grew up in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why you're like, really?
Yeah. I mean, the 90s was great, believe me.
Yeah.
I wish that it was the 90s right now. Like,
Yeah,
that'd be
yeah.
beautiful. Times were
Yeah.
different.
I feel
you
like
know?
I feel like me and him were kind of like the last generation to be like the outside kids, like having a landline, not, you know, not having actual like social media at our hands
Right.
like that. Like I don't know.
How old were you when you?
I have older siblings.
Okay.
Right. So I have siblings that are 5 years older than me. I was
Right.
around their friends and like they were with older. You know.
So,
Just,
okay, so you grew up.
I grew up watching all the '90s cartoons. I
Right.
grew up playing outside, drinking from the hose, and
Good.
you know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean.
No,
Like,
no, okay.
like don't
I wasn't trying to like disrespect
No,
you guys
no,
because
no.
I didn't want to take it somewhere and then you guys not understand
No,
it.
no,
you know
I
what I
get what
mean?
you're
'Cause
saying.
it's
No,
like,
you're
yeah.
good.
because it's a whole different time now.
Because I'm wondering, I'm like, bro, like I work, you know, and I'm seeing what the kid. I have nieces and nephews, and you know, I've got a stepson and whatnot. And it's like, what do you guys know? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
A lot
like,
of
what
kids-
do you guys
after-
know?
After COVID, a lot of
That's
kids
such
are
a good
behind.
point.
I don't mean to be mean, but like, yeah, what about COVID?
After COVID, like a lot of kids are behind. Like reading levels are down tremendously.
Terribly.
Like it just
Terribly.
like just stuff like that. It's just everything's so different now.
Like, it's. I'm not even. I don't want to put it on the spot because, like, you know what I mean. But yeah, I get it because
Yeah.
I see it firsthand with a lot of stuff that's going on too, and it's like, man, like a lot of these kids, they're just the technology has got to them, so it's like, oh, I don't need to pick up a book, I don't need to do no reading, I don't need to know how to write.
Yeah.
I don't, you know, and it's like, yeah, you have to
don't-
know all of this.
I swear, like I don't see kids like riding bikes no more. Like I remember going to have a knock on my buddy's door to ask if they wanted to come hang out.
Them
and
days are
play.
over though. Those
That's
kids
what I'm
have
saying.
cell phones.
They all, hey,
I did see
FaceTime
2
real
kids
quick,
riding the bikes the other
You
night.
know what I
and that
mean?
was
When did you
interesting.
guys have cell phones? Like, when was your first phone?
6th grade, which
Sixth
was
grade.
Sixth grade. Yeah,
Sixth grade.
But it
So-
wasn't. I
yeah.
had an iPod in my right pocket, and I
Uh-huh.
had like just a normal, like just like a little BS phone.
right.
In my left
Little
pocket.
Motorola.
2012,
Essentially.
2013. That was
Yeah.
our 6th
Yeah.
grade year.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I've always been around. Like I would say like I was really around social media when it first popped off. I was. My mom told me when I was 5 years old because I also had older siblings. They wanted to be on MySpace, you know.
Right,
They wanted
yeah,
to be on-
yeah.
They wanted to be on Chat Room and Google and
Yep.
Yahoo and all that.
Vine and all that.
I'm saying like before that, like I'm just on strictly on like a computer. Like back
Oh,
in the
yeah,
day,
okay,
like
okay,
the
yeah, yeah.
AOL, like
Yeah.
all that stuff. Like when I was 5 years old,
Growing up with all that, I
my
know.
mom was like, if you finish your plate of food, you can make a MySpace account or something.
Mm-hmm.
Ate all my whole plate, made a like. I feel like I've been on social media ever since the start, but I also feel like I was the last generation that really was like hanging outside as kids and just like
Yeah.
being fun, not sucked into the phone or social media and stuff
Right.
like that.
Yeah. So you is somewhat, you know, like you have an imagination. You know, like these
Yeah.
kids with the technology, they really don't because the computer's doing everything for it.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have to think.
I saw this like it was this poll or like some survey or something. They asked a bunch of kids like what they wanted to be when they grow up. And like back then, it was in the '90s or like early 2000s. It
Yeah.
was such and such firefighter, police,
Right. Right.
whatever it was. Now all these kids want to be is YouTubers and Twitch streamers.
Yep.
And there's nothing wrong with that. If you want to do that, it's fine. But at the same time, it's like I don't know. Do you get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. No, because I mean, eventually it's gonna be there though. Because
Yeah.
look what's happening
Yeah.
now with
content creators.
you know, even no, just even the restaurants. Like my people went down to the Keys and had a robot taking their water to them.
I was about to say, I
like
saw
a little robot was cleaning the tables.
on someone's
For real,
Snapchat
like
story.
what? Like
I saw on someone's Snapchat story there was a McDonald's with a robot.
yeah, I saw that too.
They should
yeah,
do that
so-
at Disney. Have like R2D2.
But I mean, look, the self scans.
yeah.
Those are robots essentially.
Dude,
They're just
think of how many
scanners,
jobs. Think
you
of
know?
how many jobs that's taking over.
well,
But, like,
AI is taking over a lot of
that's what
stuff
I'm
too.
saying. It's getting scary. Like
You ever seen I Robot? Will Smith.
Yes. Yes.
It's been a
They
long
bleed
time.
like
Go
blue,
watch
right?
it though now.
Okay.
They
Go
bleed
watch it
blue,
now.
right?
Huh?
They bleed blue like when you would shoot them.
I don't know.
No.
No, I Robot. Hell no. I
The
don't
robots that he would kill, right?
Really?
Yeah.
know. I don't think
They
so.
were like
Maybe he
tall
did.
white robots, right?
Yeah, they were lengthy.
Yeah. I've only seen bits and pieces. I've only seen
Yeah.
bits and pieces.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I think they did bleed blue because I remember Will being like looking at like pulling his sunglasses down and like looking at the blue shit on his fingers.
crazy.
Yeah,
Who would you say your top 5 artists of all time are? Your personal favorite.
Artists of
who you
what?
think-
music,
music, yeah.
anybody. You could, if you want, if you're like
Bands
majority-
included or just artists?
That's what I was gonna say. If
You
you're
can do whatever you want, your
Including
personal
genre.
top 5.
Yeah.
Personal top 5, any genre.
Man, I'm hitting them. I'm hitting you guys crazy.
Let's
Bruce
go.
Springsteen.
that's a good
Bruce
answer.
You know what I mean? For real though.
Iconic.
Billy Joel.
Iconic.
You know,
Yeah.
There's two
again,
six.
Michael Jackson. Queen.
Iconic.
Freddie Mercury.
That's 4.
That's,
You have Freddie, Mike, Billy Joel, and Bruce. There's one person that I think you're missing, and it would be pretty iconic.
I don't know. Who is it?
Prince.
Okay, Prince is cool. No, I was gonna say Def Leppard.
That's a good answer.
Def Leppard.
And
for
that makes
sure.
it. You got like all different bases now.
Yeah.
Did you watch the We Are the World documentary?
No, I don't think I did.
They like were shooting the whole time that they were recording that song, like
Yeah.
the We Are the World.
Yeah.
So they did a whole documentary, and it's fucking awesome.
Where's it at? Netflix?
Yeah.
That's why I know I don't have Netflix. Canceled my account like last year because I was like, wait, I'm paying like $60 in
Like-
fucking subscription. I'm like, I'm good with Disney Plus right now. Peacock is like $4.99
Until Raw goes on Netflix, though.
Then I'll go back because then I won't need Peacock though. You
Yeah.
know, I got Peacock to watch Raw. So
Will the
wrestling,
pay-per-views
so.
be on there? Eventually, it'll happen. I've heard.
It'd be like
For
a few months
Netflix?
after,
Yeah.
maybe like a few months after. It's
Right?
like
They signed on like a 5-year deal, I think, 4 or 5-year deal.
$2 billion.
No, I think it was way more than that.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was like 3 or 4 point something $billion
That's
contract.
wild.
damn.
Yeah,
That's how hot wrestling is right now.
crazy. Yeah, wrestling is at its like peak what it was when we were kids.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. It's better than the Attitude Era.
You think so?
Yep.
No.
I think
The
it was more of
wrestling
an,
though,
with social media. It's bigger.
the tag teams are fire.
Yeah.
Some of the tag teams
What's
are
up,
fire.
2-6?
Hello,
What up? What
Chance.
up?
That's good, buddy.
What else we got?
What else? Yeah.
Oh,
Where are we going next?
Favorite album with no skips. An album you could listen to from start to finish.
Can't because I got ADHD. I
feel you.
gotta skip this bit. I'm like, dude, I've heard this
I'm like,
a
all right,
million times. Honestly, dude, so much. I don't know. I don't know if it's called. I don't want to say it. Marshall Mathers, the first one.
Okay.
Like literally, like
think he had-
that
right?
shit was fire when I was a kid growing up. Like, well, I'm checking to make sure it is. Marshall Mathers LP.
What year did it come out?
Running it in the Walkman.
2000.
Damn.
Listen to it in the Walkman.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
for real.
That's crazy.
Another public service announcement brought to you in part by Slim Shady. Slim Shady does not give a fuck.
Like I remember listening to that. So I'm 10.
Yeah.
2000. I'm 10. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I remember my brothers and we had like dual radios and like hooking it up so that like we could record into this one. Like we made our own like radio station.
Oh,
pretty
damn.
much. Like we were making our own mixtapes, but
Wow.
like we would cut in between. You know, I don't know what it was. It wasn't Tin Man. It wasn't Spooky. Who knows what it was?
Yeah, yeah.
But we would just talk. God knows what we were talking about.
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
just remember we had our own little radio station, and we would have our own mixtape, and then cue it in, play this, setting up our own surround sound at
Damn.
like 10, 11 years old. Like for real, like was always around like media and like audio and with the music and digital film and stuff like that. Like I knew I would end up here because this is what I love. This is my passion.
Exactly.
All right, I think this might be our final question.
Go ahead.
If you had a gun to your head and you have to sing every lyric to a song in order to stay alive, what song are you listening to? Or singing, I should say.
Dang. I don't know. That's crazy. You might as well just blow me away, bucko, because I really don't know. That's wild. I would have to like hear the song first, you know, and be like, all right, yeah, like okay, I got
All right,
it.
run it back.
Yeah, no. I mean, like let it play first and be like, okay, I know this one. I know
Type
this
shit.
one.
Type
Yeah.
shit. Run it back. Run it back.
Run it back. Run
I
it
got
back.
I got it now. I feel you
Dude.
on that. Yeah, that's fair.
So many though, you
Yeah,
know. Like,
but odds are, I'm gonna be honest. If someone's holding a gun to your head, odds are they're not being fair. Like, so you're
no,
probably not
'cause
gonna get a
I'm
listen
not-
through
I'm-
first.
I don't know. It might have to be one of them Bruce Springsteen songs. I might have to bring it back, baby. You know, like I don't know. Throw on Big Show's theme real quick. I know Big Show. You know, like all right, perfect. You live. Like that's perfect. Yeah.
Booyaka, booyaka.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, if you know Rey Mysterio,
Oh,
you're
you know, okay,
talented.
yeah.
Because that's a whole ass verse.
That's funny.
I was gonna say Cena's, but Cena's you have to be talented too,
Right.
bro. By the way, this had nothing to do, but bro, he said, "I'm untouchable, but I'm forcing you to feel me." I was like, "That's a fucking bar." I just heard that recently. I was like, "Yo, that's actually
John
a
Cena
bar."
can spit.
Yo,
He's
he
got
low
one
key.
song- He's got one song right now. It's called Right Now.
Yeah.
That song is so.
Yeah, The Rock tried to steal his thunder, but he didn't.
Okay.
Cena's still the
I
rapper.
don't know.
Cena's still the rapper.
Yeah, The Rock. I was disappointed in his last little skit that he did when he was singing, playing the guitar.
Oh.
Because when we were growing up, he was literally flowing. Like whether it was like freestyle or whatever, he had that shit. He's sitting there. There's like a little fucking stand here with the lyrics on it, and he's like reading it off. I'm like, this shit, motherfucker's old, bro.
But
Like,
that's
get
the
this shit
thing.
out of here.
That's what you're supposed to feel. That's what he wants.
Yeah, it's like,
That's
no.
what he's being a bad guy. You have to feel that.
But I'm geek for him though. But
Yeah.
for the shot, I'm thinking production value. I'm like, bro, come on, you could do better than this.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
you fucking
that's fair.
recite lyrics
But look-
for or lines for a movie.
But
Yeah.
look,
You don't need your script.
It's got you talking though.
Yeah, it does. It does.
It's working.
Hey,
Yeah.
wrestling in general is gonna get me talking. So I'm
100.
geek. I can't wait for WrestleMania.
Oh my god, it's gonna be awesome. And then the SmackDown right after is in Detroit, so The Rock might be there.
Really?
That's what I'm saying. I have
No,
to
he
go.
ain't gonna be. I think his run is up after WrestleMania.
I feel like there's gonna be something to build.
Unless
next
they
year.
win, and someone interferes, we can cut the podcast because we can talk about this another time. For real though. But like that's what I'm thinking. Like, unless he wins, it's over for him.
Yeah,
if he
I feel
loses,
you.
he's walking off at
Yeah,
WrestleMania.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
so
yeah.
It's like, all
I
right,
get you.
I'm going to make Jumanji 6. So that's what's happening.
Tooth Fairy 4.
Yeah.
Tooth Fairy.
I appreciate you guys bringing me on the podcast again.
Of
It's
course,
Spooky's
man.
Halfway to Haunt, May 10th and 11th, downtown Monroe, Michigan, at our house games. This is what we're promoting. Come see our haunted house out. We don't have all types of little animatronics and all types of shit. We have real scary people ready to go, ready to scare the hell out of you. Spook the
Fuck
hell out
yeah.
of you, I should say.
Oh yeah. Well, thank you for
I'm
coming
geeked.
on.
Hell
Thank
yeah.
you.
Links will be in the description for all of his stuff.
100.
Um,
You kind of did your shout outs already.
yeah.
Oh yeah, please no.
Yeah.
I can go on again.
Yeah, shout out to everybody. You know who you are. You worked with this dude.
I wanted to say just like best of luck in the future.
Oh, yeah,
Love-
100.
Love what you're doing.
Thank you.
Keep it up for real, cause
Yeah,
This won't be the last time I'm
special.
here,
Oh,
like
yeah,
we'll
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 run
set
it back.
something up so I'll come here and film
We'll
and
be
bring
talking.
someone here, you know what I'm
We'll be
saying?
talking.
Actually, off camera, I got something. That we can
Okay,
talk
yeah.
about.
We'll be
Yep.
talking. Yeah, for sure. I'll be hitting you up for a video soon.
Appreciate you guys
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you for
for
coming
sure,
on.
bro.
Thank you.
So with that being said, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next Sunday, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Peace out.
We will.
Sheesh.